Welcome to Mostly Speakers. This is not exactly about audio or speakers, but is electronics nonetheless. And I find this to be sort of interesting, and I hope you do too. Back before I got into the hobby of audio and model railroading, as I have now, I also used to collect vintage computers occasionally. Nothing that was special or valuable, but I played with them for a while. And this printer was given to me, and it actually still works. Now this is a very, very old laser printer by HP. It is the LaserJet 4 Plus model. And it still operates, and this style of printer will just go and go and go. It's not like the modern day printers that will run for about 2 days and then die. This was a business printer and meant to be reliable. It's only black and white and is extremely slow. We'll show you how it prints a document a little later, but I will give you a 5-cent tour of the outside and controls first. All right, we're looking at the top of the printer now, and we can see the logo here in the corner. This printer is very yellowed, by the way. Here's the tag where this was originated from. We have our display up here, operating light, function buttons for controlling the menu, and the menu is a little tricky to navigate because it's so old. Back behind the display is an exhaust fan, and then up in the front there's two bumps on the sides. You just pry up, lift up, and you have access to the toner. Here's a cleaning brush for the toner, and then the toner cartridge comes out. You just lift it back and then up, and the toner comes out. This toner cartridge is about this big. I actually have a spare one that I was given along with this as well. Here we are looking at the front of the printer, and we have our bypass letter tray with the extension, and it's adjustable for letters and such. And then we have our paper tray under here, which slides out very smoothly. This is a check that out. There's an industrial sized spring underneath this paper tray to hold the paper up tight to the grabber mechanism. Put the sheets back in. Now you can load it full, but I've had this printer is a little bit finicky grabbing paper, so I have to make sure that the paper is not too full, but it's not too empty either. And then we have our heavy duty on-off switch over here, and this is an expansion port for, I'm not exactly sure what would go in there. It's a cartridge holder slot. I'm not sure what would have gone there, but it's an accessory slot of some sort. Now I'm going to spin this around and we'll take a look at the back. This printer is really heavy. It probably weighs over 30 pounds. Here we can see the back side. You can see what color it originally was. And we have our power port back down here for the power supply. A date of July 1995. Made in the USA too, by the way. Very nice. We have our access door on the back to release the paper jams. And then we have our input cards. So we have serial port, a parallel port up here. And then this is actually a parallel to the USB adapter cable, which makes this printer still usable today. So I can hook this up to my laptop. My laptop runs Linux and recognizes this printer and can still print to it no problem. This also has a networking card installed, and I wonder if I can get this to come out and take a look and see what this card looks like. So let's see if it'll come out. Yeah, there's our networking card. So I don't know much about cards like this, other than there's a Motorola chip on it. And there's our selection of pins. This thing is really dusty. Wow. All right, I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but there's two chips in this that are a little bit interesting. This top one is a Hewlett-Packard chip. Can't really see anything on that chip. And let me move down to the bottom one. Now here is one that might be more interesting to computer people out there. Again, I don't know anything about this chip other than it says Intel and then i960, and then the date stamp on that chip is 1989. That is really interesting. So this printer has been around, well, the manufacture date is 1995, but the components inside are from 1989, so this printer has been around a long time. All right, I'm going to spin this back around the right way, and then I'll turn this on and you can hear this thing prepare for takeoff. As you can see, we have a successfully printed demonstration sheet, and you can read what it says here. Indeed, it is really slow. I think the pages per minute on this is 2 to 4 pages per minute. Every time it prints, it has to shut down and reset kind of in between pages, so it takes about 20 to 30 seconds each page to print. However, the text of this is tack sharp. Like, I could read this from a mile away. It's that clear. Most other printers do not print this sharp of text. And I believe that comes down to the style of laser print system that this has. I don't know what kind it is. If you do know, feel free to comment below and let me know. I'd be interested to find out. Pardon the flickering lights. The lights on the same circuit that this printer is connected to, the printer makes the lights flicker when it draws power. I did want to take a look at the menu, and I'll navigate the menu here. Right now we're on 00, and it is ready. So we can go into the menu, offline, online, ready. Okay, so you have to you have to go offline in order to access the menu. Very strange. All right, so we have to go offline. Now we can enter the printing menu, and I'll just cycle through the options here. Okay, let's see, copies. Paper equals letter, orientation portrait, 60 lines, manual feed is off, econo mode is off, and I think that's it. You can select copies, paper type, legal, A4, executive, envelope, different kinds of envelopes. Let's see. Job menu, configuration menu. Memory config menu. So this actually has built-in memory chips on it too. Parallel menu, serial menu. So you can set serial functions, baud rate. That's something I'm familiar with. Back in when I worked in audiovisual, we did a lot of serial controls. test menu, and back to the beginning. All right, now my energy bill has gone way up since I operated this thing, I'm sure. Well, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content related to electronic gadgets that I have, or audio-visual content, or even model railroading, check out my other videos on this YouTube channel as well as my other YouTube channel, which features model railroading. If you did like this video, consider helping out my channel grow by subscribing and give this video a like, thumbs up, and leave a comment if you know any more information about a printer like this. Until next time, thanks for watching.